Hi, good afternoon everyone. This is Seah once again. Thank you for joining me today. And today I'm going to talk about something which I've planned to do but have not been doing it because of all the things that's revolving around the shop. But this is actually the most important, which I've actually left it unattended and didn't actually look into it further. And this is actually the water, right? And yesterday I did an experiment and about mixing my own water for filter coffee, and I discovered something that with the water that you make for yourself for your filter coffee, it actually enhances the taste of the coffee. I would say drastically, right? And why do I want to make my own water? Because I have watched quite a few YouTube videos, right? I think the first one I saw is from Carl, and the other one which I watched yesterday is from Coffee Lover TV, right? I will put the link later on in the description, right? And I think he got the recipe from Barista Hustle. So I'm going to share with you the recipe. Basically, this is something that's really easy to do, and you should try this at home if you have not done it already, right? So let me show you my setup and what I do to create the water that is perfect. I would not say perfect, it's actually really ideal for making filter coffee. Right, so number one, you will need a few things before you can make the water for your filter coffee. And later on, in the future, I'll also be exploring making coffee for espresso, because I believe the mineral composition for the two are slightly different. And I believe to make water from what I've read, right? You need the bicarbonates, you need the chloride, and you need the calcium and magnesium, right? So correct me if I'm wrong, but these are the minerals that actually change the taste of the coffee that you make, and all these that can actually be found inside the basically you just need these two things to make the water for your coffee, right? So number one, you need this baking soda, and this is I think this is 1 kg bag. It's about 150 in Singapore, right? And you also need to get something like this, which is called the Epsom salt, right? And these are the things you're going to add into your into your water to create the mineral composition, right? And for me, I also use something like a kettle, right? You can get a smaller one, because this one you will need to shake it up, and this is where you make your concentrate for your filter coffee. To make in the future, it's going to dilute this. You're going to put this concentrate into your water, your filter, your distilled water, so that you can create water for your filter coffee, right? And you also need the personally, I get this bottled water, right? The brand doesn't really matter, right? Get the cheapest you can, but it must be distilled pure drinking water, right? Which doesn't have any minerals inside. So this it says pure drinking water, but from what I see, there's still a little bit of trace element inside. So ideally, get something that's pure distilled water, and that will be the best, right? And these bottles are relatively cheap, so it will not cost a lot of money for you to make your own filter, your water for your filter coffee, right? So the composition, right, is you need first of all, you can measure out 500 grams of the water, right? You can, what I do is you need some sort of a scale, which is more precise one, which is up to 0.1 gram will be better, right? So I'm using the Felicita scale, right? This is pretty accurate. So you measure out 500 grams of the distilled water, put inside a container, like something like this, where there's a cover, because later on you're going to shake it. And then you use 8.6 grams of the baking soda, right? I think the baking soda is actually sodium bicarbonates, right? And then you add 25 grams of the Epsom salt, right? You dump it all into the 500 grams of water, and you give it a shake. And according to Coffee Lover TV, right, he says that you need to rest the mixture for about a few hours for all the salts to completely dissolve in your water. So basically, I left this overnight, and I tried to make coffee with this this morning, and the coffee was fantastic, right? So after you get that, right, the how you actually dilute the solution is very simple, right? Remember, you make about 500 grams of liquid, right? Remember your concentrate, 8.6 grams of sodium bicarbonate, which is your baking soda, and then 25 grams of the Epsom salt. Mix it inside here, right? Every time you want to make your water for filter coffee, you will measure another 500 grams of water, and with this, you draw 2 grams of concentrate from this and mix into the 500 grams of water. So for every 500 grams of water, you add 2 grams of this concentrate, right? So if you do a 1 liter, then you do 4 grams of this concentrate. So it's pretty easy to actually remember, right? So after that, trust me, give it a try, right? You make using the same grind setting, using the same coffee bean, using the same coffee temperature, using the same coffee setup to make your V60 or Calita or whatsoever, right? Give it a try, right? Using normal tap water versus the water that you have made for yourself, right? And the taste enhancement is first, number one, the aftertaste, the bad aftertaste of the coffee that you make is gone, right? So this is the most drastic changes, right? So you can see I make 2 cups just now. 1 cup is already almost finished. This cup obviously is from tap water, and didn't realize I've been drinking this for the past don't know how long, right? Yeah, the aftertaste is still there. But this cup, which is the cup that make with the water for the filter coffee, totally no aftertaste. It highlights the sweetness and the bright and the acidity in the coffee, which is the kind of coffee that you're looking for. So if you are wondering why your grind size is pretty dialed in and you're still getting the kind of you know, the bitter aftertaste that you probably don't want it from your filter coffee, right? You should look into your water, right? And water, as I think Lance has mentioned, right, made out of more than 90% of the coffee is actually made of water, right? So this single most important thing I've actually overlooked. So from today onwards, whenever I make my filter coffee, I will definitely use the water which I make for filter coffee, right? I will probably not be able to go back to using tap water again. So just a recap, it's actually very simple. So number one, you need 500 grams of water, 8.6 grams of the baking soda, 25 grams of the Epsom salt. Mix them really well. Leave the mixture there for a few hours for them to totally dissolve. And then every time you want to make 500 grams of the water for filter coffee, you add 2 grams of the concentrate. And it's very simple math, right? So this will improve your filter coffee taste tremendously. Trust me, give it a try. And let me know in the comment section down below whether you make your own water for coffee. I know some of my customers and friends do prepare their own water for making coffee, right? The next thing I'm going to try is definitely create a water mixture for espresso, right? So that will be interesting because I want to do a taste test as well on the espresso. See whether the composition, I know there are actually water composition, mineral composition dedicated for espresso as well as for filter coffee. So I will be doing a little bit more research and I will try to let you know which are the water mineral composition which I find to be really good, right? So thank you for joining me today. And before we go, right, I will be reviewing this coffee refractometer, right? So this is actually to check the concentration of your coffee in your water, right? So this was sent to me for reviewing, and I'll probably be bringing this to Singapore as well. So the next video I'll be reviewing this. It's called a pocket refractometer, right? It's dedicated for coffee, and if you are coffee lovers and if you are crazy about coffee, right, this is something that you should look into, right? So this is Seah once again. Thank you for joining my video today, and remember to subscribe to my channel, like my videos, and then ring the bell, right? Don't forget to ring the bell so that you will be kept notified on all our future video release, right? So thank you for joining, and I'll see you in the next one, and stay safe.